So everyone, SHI Numa Reborn. I'm sure you've heard that floating around a lot, and that's because it is so close to releasing. It'll be coming out next week as of the time I'm making this video, on the 22nd of June. We've got some more news about it, which I'm definitely gonna get into. Treyarch have just released this thread, which I'm gonna read and explain and give my thoughts on, but I just want to say, the last time we spoke about SHI Numa Reborn, there was some slight skepticism. I already sold my copy. This game deserves to die. But I think it was overall a discussion in which just about everyone was in agreement. No, if they had to implement rounds, war buys, and a fucking pause menu, yeah, no one really thinks it's gonna amount to much. But the point is, the more information Treyarch are giving us about this, the more hope I'm getting for this. Don't get me wrong, my expectations aren't super high or anything. In fact, they're the opposite, they are extremely low. They're so low, I'm chilling down here with COD Ghosts. On Treyarch's Twitter, they released a thread, and it's got some news and some screenshots about some of the features that are coming with this map. So I'll start it from the top and we'll work our way down. The first tweet says, introducing classic round-based gameplay to Vanguard in Season 4. SHI Numa also features round-based specific gameplay updates. And if we look at the picture here, this is a pretty nice screenshot for one. And why is it a nice screenshot, you may ask? Well, look at what this operator lad is holding. That is a Wonderwaff. It's coming back. Will it be as good as the original Wonderwaffer? Who's to say? It may even act the exact same, but I have a feeling that it might be a little different. Kind of like the different Wonderwaff variant we got in Tag de Toten, something along the lines of that, I'm guessing. Because there's something about this one that just looks completely different, and I can't put my finger on it, to be honest. Am I right here, or am I just tripping? As to how we're going to obtain the Wonder Weapon, my best guess here is going off of what Treyarch said in a previous blog post where they announced SHI Numa Reborn. It was stated that it was going to have a Wonder Weapon quest, which sadly for Vanguard is, quote, new content, but I'm assuming that this is the way you're going to be able to get your hands on the Wonderwaffen here. So if you do want your hands on this classic weapon, you're probably going to have to work for it and look at a guide maybe, or do a little quest for it, or if they put it in the mystery box, you best save up some points and get spinning. It could also mean that there's a way to upgrade the Wonderwaffen doing a quest, which I would hope there's something like that, but to be honest, I don't really think Vanguard would have that, so I'm going to assume it's just a quest to obtain the weapon. Treyarch then say, as players survive the Swamp of Death, a sacrificial heart is awarded every 3 rounds, and the Altar of Covenant's inventory refreshes every 3 rounds too. And as a quick refresher for those who don't know what the sacrificial hearts are, or the Altar of Covenant's inventory, because I get it, okay, people probably haven't played in a while, and you might not remember what that stuff is. And it probably just sounds like a load of verbal diarrhea that I just read out. So a sacrificial heart is what you use at the Altar of Covenants to buy those little boons that you get, and it's how you get things like turned, dead wire, that one really good thing that you can use with a shotgun, where when you get a headshot you get a bullet back in your gun. Those kind of little boons, essentially they're just reworking it to make it fit round based instead of objective based. But the most interesting part about the tweet on this part of the thread is easily the image that accompanies it. May not look like much, but when you take it into account with a SHI Numa Reborn map, this is a completely new area. I've not seen anything like this in normal SHI Numa, and it looks like a pretty spacious area as well. And there may be a new Easter egg somewhere here, and this is most likely the new area that Treyarch said he'd be able to explore. And as a total guess I'm throwing out here, this is probably where there's a new side Easter egg as well. And whilst we're speaking of Easter eggs here, I think it's just good to mention that they say they are remastering Easter eggs, so this could be anything from the 115 meteor that's just outside the map in the original SHI Numa, or as obscure as the Peter's Grave Easter egg, which I actually talked about in one of my COD Zombies icebergs, in which you're awarded a free Wonderwaffen at the end of that Easter egg, although it's only on COD Zombies Mobile, so if they're gonna remaster it, that would definitely be really cool to see. In this new area, I can see Pack-a-Punch and a crafting table. So does that mean with the way Vanguard works, is this gonna be the spawn area, or is it gonna be one of the last areas you get to? I'm not really sure about this one, but we will have to wait and see. The next part reads, additionally, classic war buys return with a dynamic twist. Starting at round 6, war buys will have a chance to increase in Pack-a-Punch level every round, all the way up to level 3 at higher rounds. This just completely made me buffer. Like, my smooth brain was fried when I read this. I'm pretty sure what this is trying to say here is that if you remember in Cold War Zombies, they added that change where war weapons would increase in its tier, and I think it was like every 5 rounds or something, so from round 1 to 6, a Gallo shotgun might be a blue tier war weapon, but then at round 6, so after 5 rounds, the rarity of the weapon would change, and become maybe a purple one, for example, and it'd be more viable to just pick up and use, and if the luck is on your side, maybe even more powerful compared to the round you're on, so you're just one-tapping zombies. So take that tier system that I just mentioned and put it into Vanguard, and because weapon tiers aren't really a proper thing in Vanguard, at the start of round 6, you could potentially buy a tier 1 or tier 2 pack-a-punch weapon off the wall, and then as the rounds go on, 5 more rounds pass, a level 3 pack-a-punch weapon straight off of the wall. That's what I'm thinking here, so just like Cold War, but in Vanguard, and instead of tiers, it's pack-a-punch. Hope that made some sort of sense. And if we look at the image that comes with this part of the thread, we can see this really cool looking pack-a-punched weapon. I think it's like an STG or something. But look at that cool pack-a-punch camo, okay? I don't think it should count as a new feature, but for Vanguard, I guess it's progress. I think it looks like a really nice camo, and hands down, it is the best pack-a-punch camo in Vanguard, and there's no way anyone can change my mind about that. The best way I can describe this pack-a-punch camo is it looks like Afterlife mode. That's all I can say. That's the best way I can describe it. Just that blue, ethereal, electric kind of look. Very vibrant, very nice, and the red accents are cool as well. And as for the last thing in this thread, it says, speaking about Pack-a-Punch, the cost for level 1 has been reduced to 5,000 essence. Thank God. You know how annoying it was to have to save up the extra 2,500 points just for Pack-a-Punch level 1? Very small change, but I'm just more glad it was made. And the picture with it is the roadmap for everything going on in COD right now. There's the Warzone roadmap for the new season, new operators and weapons, and there we have the Vanguard Zombies roadmap right there, which mentions the stuff that we've just talked about. One more thing that's not actually mentioned on the Twitter thread, but is in fact mentioned on one of the blogs in some patch notes talking about the Vanguard season and Numa dropping with it. It says here, new main quest, Wonder Weapon. Now we know about the Wonder Weapon, and we do know about the main Easter egg quest, but there's a little bit of flavor that is sprinkled into this text. It says, wade through the swamps as you journey on a multi-step quest culminating in a devastating battle. You heard that right. The implications here is that we're going to be getting an actual boss fight in not only Numa, which is really cool to see, but in Vanguard Zombies we're getting a proper boss battle. I'm sure it won't be anywhere near as grand as stuff like Der Eisendrache or Gorod Krovi or anything like that, but there is going to be a main quest boss fight at the end of this by the way that this is worded. It better not be anything like Terra Maledicta's stinky ass Easter egg, because that was so bad. So let's hope it doesn't ever get that low again. And that is all of the new info we have, everything you need to know so far about the Numa Reborn map coming to Vanguard Zombies. I am glad round base is coming back. Let's just hope it's done to a good standard. I'm going in with very low expectations, so I'm hoping I don't get disappointed. But like I've said, we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, I'm going to leave this video here today. If you enjoyed or found this informative, be sure to smash the like button. Comment your thoughts on any of this news. What do you think the boss battle is going to be? Do you think there actually is one? And how are you feeling about the map knowing this information now? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. And only a very small percentage of people are even subscribed to the channel, so if you've made it this far, be sure to subscribe. You won't regret it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in Numa Reborn.